New York City is filing a lawsuit against top social media platforms. As Madison Allworth reports, they are accused of hurting children's mental health and getting them hooked.
New York City is filing a lawsuit against Meta, Google, YouTube, Snapchat, and TikTok for designing their platforms to exploit the psychology and neurophysiology of youth to make a profit, saying this exploitation of children has become central to defendants' profitability.
I'm sorry, that is incorrect. New York, I'm going to say this in my terms. New York is suing Google and all the social media platforms because they are in a budget deficit and they can't afford security. That's the truth. And I'm just going with that. Because there is no way you can sue a social media platform for something this stupid. I'm sorry. This is not them being, they should not be held accountable. Social media should not be held accountable for kids' actions. Parents should be held accountable for kids' actions. Y'all, the city, should be held accountable for not being secure, for not keeping security tight, for not having enough cameras and not having enough people watching the streets and seeing what people are going and getting themselves into. I'm sorry. This is a stupid and honestly incompetent reason to sue a social media platform.
New York City joins other governments, school districts, and individuals pursuing similar lawsuits that are all now being put together in federal court. The complaint says that over 77% of New York City high school students admit to spending 3 or more hours a day on screen time.
Whose fault is that? That is not social media's fault. Kids, okay, so this is why I consistently, and I said this before, parents put their kids on these phones. Parents give these kids these phones. Parents are ones that have the option whether they want to give these kids phones or not. The device is any device that has social media on it. Parents are the ones that are supposed to be held accountable for their kids' actions. The fact of the matter is they have to hold social media accountable. Our society is so ass backwards that all they want to do is keep the people in the higher bracket accountable for the people who are supposed to be the brink and the start of these kids' education, and that is the parents. I never condoned my son to even have a cell phone. I didn't even want my son with a cell phone. Do you know who gave my son a cell phone? My son's mom. That was the brink of his demise. Because ever since, and I have taught this boy very well, ever since he has gotten that phone, and I have not seen my son in years, my son has been destroyed. I taught my son how to save so much money, and now he's being lazy and acting like a little bum. He's at an age right now where he can actually get a part-time job. But unfortunately, he's begging like a little bum. This is unacceptable. The fact that y'all have to even think that social media should be accountable for your kids' actions. And I'm going to tell you right now, I know someone who lives in New York. I know a few people who live in New York. And the crazy part about this, they told me that subway surfing is not new. Subway surfing has been going on for decades. Now it's on the media and getting worldwide attention. But nobody thinks, and this is way before social media even became a thing. This is way before social media became a thing. But no one has the audacity to think why New York didn't have enough security to watch these people. Why the parents were not involved? Why the parents weren't watching over their kids enough? I'm sorry, but if my child would have even thought about getting out of the way, I would have had that bitch fully secured when he wouldn't get the fuck out. I would be the only one that know how to unlock that damn window. I'm sorry, but this makes no damn sense.
Contributing to lost sleep and chronic school absences. We reached out to every company and did hear back from Google. They said in part, these lawsuits fundamentally misunderstand how YouTube works, and the allegations are simply not true. We've also developed dedicated tools like supervised experiences for young people, guided by child safety experts that give families control.
That is a fact, and they should be under family's control. This is why family law exists. You should be able to put your kids under a certain time frame when they can use certain things. Their phones is not necessary. Those phones are only meant for emergencies only. That's what it was supposed to be used for in the first place. All this social media shit is not necessary. You could give your kid an Apple Watch and be able to track your kid and know where they're going. As a matter of fact, aren't you able to talk on the Apple Watch too? They are making the lamest excuses in the world, just trying to get a come up because they put themselves in a budget deficit, just like Washington State did. It is stupid.
In January 2024, New York City's health commissioner declared social media a public health hazard. New York has already banned phones in school. Governor Kathy Hochul has raised alarms over social media's impact on kids.
They should ban phones in schools, period. Like all across the school. Like it doesn't matter what the situation is. Like I don't understand why kids should be having phones in the first place. Like I said, phones was necessarily meant for emergencies only. Only emergencies. And I remember when I was young, you used to just have to go to the office when you had an emergency. And they call the parent, or they allow you to call the parent. These days it's just too stupid, and they just have no accountability for their own actions. New York don't have no accountability for their actions for keeping places secure and actually on watch, and the parents have no accountability for their actions as well. And you wouldn't believe, because seriously, like there's another video I have to show you.
I'm concerned about the mental health of our kids as well. There is a direct correlation between access to not just the phone itself, but the addictive algorithms that are bombarding our kids all day long.
Man, Kathy Hochul, you know for a fact this Subway Surfing is nothing new. You know this is nothing new. This is obvious.
The city is also blaming social media for an increase in subway surfing, which is when you ride on top of a moving subway train. 2 teenage girls died from doing it just this month.
I mean, like, what's the point? So I have another video because it's the mother of one of the people that actually lost their life. And my deepest condolences to these 2 young girls. They shouldn't have lost their lives. And honestly, I still put it on the parents for not keep watching over these kids. Because what surprises me is the way this mother reacted. I don't know if she even got emotions, but she even didn't even act like she cared.
Subway surfers. It took a while before she realized it might be her daughter, who was, as she describes her, fearless.
She don't care. She never gets scared, like me. We go on an American roller coaster. She said, Zemfira, I'm not going. I'm like too old. She said, listen, if you not go, you pussy kids.
She would.
Bruh. That young girl should not have lost her life. And from the way her mom reacted, I probably would have been fucking devastated. I would have been devastated out of my mind. There's no fucking way. And this is why I constantly say this all the time. They have people in this world that have children who should not be having children, because most of them and a lot of them don't give a damn about their kids. This is wild, man. New York need to think of something, because they are trying to find, just like every other blue city, blue state, trying to find every way to sue somebody else for somebody else's fuck ups. For the matter of fact, for their own fuck ups. It all starts at home. If you don't have family structure, you're gonna have a disaster. You're gonna have some kids that's like heartbroken. They have no heart. They're gonna be completely out of line, and they're gonna commit the most crime. They need some new laws intact, and I'm telling you, they really do need some laws intact that'll hold parents accountable for their kids' actions. They really do. This is wild, man. But let me know your thoughts in the comment section down below, and I'll just leave the link in the description as well. This is devastating. My deepest condolences to these kids. They shouldn't have to lose their lives this way.